What's up everyone, ZachyBlox back with another video, and today I will be making a walkthrough on how I make my thumbnails. There are three types basically. So one of them includes a Blender render, which basically for games like, you know, playing with random games or playing with fans. Another one is for like third-party games, which are not Roblox, like PC Building Simulator, World of Warships, Terraria, etc. Like there's way more, but I can't name them all. And also there's one that's polybattles, not polybattles, Roblox games, basically where I get a screenshot of the game images, and then possibly I could even do a Blender render, but yeah. So there are the three types of thumbnails. For the second one, I forgot to mention that it is a screenshot of the game. So everyone, please subscribe for more content like this in the future, and I will be showing you how to do these thumbnails in the video. Alright, so we have loaded into our base plate now. Just get a base plate or some kind of thing. You don't really need a really fancy map in Roblox just to make your character. Alright, so now what we need to do is that we need to get this plugin, Load Character by Already Pro. You might need to get this in Roblox. The link is going to be in the description below. What we need to do is that we need to enter our Roblox username in this white box. For example, my username is ZachyBlox891. Roblox 891, and then we need to spawn as R6. Has to be R6. If it's R15, then it will not work, because what we're going to be using is some kind of rig in Blender. So it has to be R6 because there is like no joints, like, you know, these elbow joints and stuff. Alright, so now your character has been spawned. Make sure it is placed in the position of 0, 3, 0. It has to be there, otherwise if it's not, then we're gonna have some issues. For example, like, you know, when you export the character, you're gonna need to bring your accessories in, and then there's gonna be some kind of issues, you know, like you won't get proper alignment, bits of the head's gonna stick out, you know, stuff like that. Alright, so it's gonna be 3030. Now we can, once that's actually done, you don't really need to anchor it or do anything like that. You just need to, oh, hold on, give me a sec here. So if it's not in 030, you need to click the humanoid root part, and then scroll down until you find position and type 0, 3, 0. And then, so once that's really done, there's really no need for you to do anything else other than right click on your model, export selection, and then just find out like some kind of file location that you will remember. For example, I made like these documents, GFX models, so, and this is where I'll be putting them. So I just put them on accessories, so I really don't need. Once that's been exported, you can close Roblox Studio now, because we are not gonna be using it anymore. Alright, so for this process you need to use Blender. I prefer Blender 2.79 because it's best for me, but if you want to go for my Blender 2.79, there'll be a link in the description where you can get that, you know, like some index library that matches your PC specs. So mine is 64-bit, but let's not go into too much detail. Alright, so I prefer to use Blender 2.79b. And what you need to open is that you need to open a file called paintrig.v3.blend. If this is, you probably may not have this, but it will be in the description in the link. It will be in the link in the description below. So once you have this open, you need to actually scroll in, and then you have to get your Roblox character. You have to find out where you saved it. Like, so I saved mine in GFX models. So mine is probably going to be ZachyBlox 891 something. It's probably 891.2, because if you have like more than one accessory, then you're probably going to need to do some. Trial and error and stuff. Alright, so now we need to bring this window down because we're not going to be using it anymore. Now we have our character here, and then we need to actually get our accessories, otherwise it won't actually fit perfectly. You know, it looks really bland, you know. GFX models. Find out where you saved it. For example, I saved mine in lower accessories, and yes, we have our body here, but the thing is, we do not want the arms, the legs, the torso, and the head. So just if you're using Blender 2.79, just right click and then hold shift at the same time, and then just click these, and then to delete something, just click X on your keyboard, and then just delete it. Alright, now we need to get rid of the head because that's not needed. So you might need to click a couple of times in your thing to get through it if you're using like a head accessory. So now I managed to select my head, and then now I'll click the X again and then delete it. Alright, so now I need to put these wings in the back. So the wings go here, which is the back accessories. So you just if you're using the Paint Rig V3 in Blender 2.79, just make sure your wings are your accessories are selected. If it's a body accessory, then you probably need to find this square right here, up here, and then just hold Shift and then right click it as well, and then Control P, and then it has to be object. Now if you move your body, your wings will be attached in place. Now we have the head part. We need to select all of these, and then we have to Control J. This will group all the objects together. Oh, mine probably didn't work. Let me just try that again. So make sure you select your objects and then Control J at the same time. And then now your objects will be grouped. Slide that into the head, and then now you're able to group that together to the head. Now, as you might notice, there is a square above your head. That is where you need to select the object to there. So just put it into a nice position. That's it. And then you have to scroll in and find this part here. Just right click that, hold Shift, Control P again, and then object. Now let's make sure there's no errors, because basically when I do texture errors, back to object material mode before that continues lagging. Alright, now we need to actually start posing for the character. Now in my opinion, I prefer to go for like waving animations or some waving poses, something like that, because it's kind of like basic. It's quite basic and also quite easy to make as well. So right click to select objects, and you can just pretty much use your left mouse to bring it down, right mouse as well. Right mouse actually just lets it free move, you know. And you can actually restrict something by saying, so this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, and going that way is the z-axis. So if you want to bring this down, you got to do G, Z, and it goes up and down. And then if you want to move it to this way, right, you got to do G, then X, and then it will move this way. And then if you want to move it left, if you want to move it backwards or forwards, just click G, Y, and then it will just move forward and backwards. Alright, so we're going to be going for a waving animation, because it's actually quite easy and quite basic as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna sort this out. Yeah, sort this legs out. Just lift that up a bit, and then just the 90. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that you can actually use RZ as well. R is to rotate your hands. Alright, just make it like that. And this X, Y, Z axis is what I told you last time. Do keep in mind though that this will only bend in like one direction. If you try to bend it in the X axis, it does not work. Only works like in certain areas. I'm sure how to describe it well. Right, there we are. Now I'm just gonna continue finishing this off. I'm just gonna that and just do the Y axis, X, and then bring that down as well. There we are, that's it. And then just bend that over. No, yeah, just a little bit like that actually. And then bend that down like a little bit. And that's pretty much our rig done. So I prefer, if you're in Blender 2.79, you need to be in cycles render for this. And in a Blender rig, it'll probably already be in cycle render for you. Right, so you need to be cycle renders, and then go to this Earth tab over here. This is the world properties, and then you can click ambient occlusion. Make sure that is on, and then when you sort of the strength makes it brighter, the distance as well. Strength makes it lighter as well. I think I'll go for this one actually. It doesn't really matter about the grey background because it's going to be transparent anyways. So it's back to material now, and this is the magic part now, because we need to actually make sure that there are no really bad bits as well, just otherwise this will not be a good render. So if you're in 2.79, you will have the denoising feature, If you have a good graphics card, then this will actually turn out better. I'm using a GTX 1650, and it still pretty much turns out pretty well. So I tend to put the strength maximum, and then in sampling, you need to scroll down to performance. Was it performance or sampling? Yeah, it's sampling, and then I used 1200 in render and 1200 in preview. Then I think that's pretty much done now. You need to add a camera. Oh wait, no, before you add a camera, make sure you go down to film, and then click this arrow here, make sure that's pointing down, and then click on this transparent part, so that when you render it, there'll be more. Let's go back to material before that lags even more. Alright, so now we need to add a camera by Shift A, and then scroll down, look for the camera section, and here we are. Now you can press 0. Oh wait, no, not that. 0 on your number pad, or if you do not have a number pad, just go down to View here, and then click the camera. Just click that button. So you just click the camera button here, and then to pan your view, just press Shift F on your keyboard the same times, and then just put it in a nice view, something like that. Like I'm gonna put mine like somewhere around here, I guess. This might be a good view, I'm not sure, but at least it's for the thumbnails basically. Now we need to get this rendering. I prefer a GPU compute, because your CPU will be running your CPU will be running 100% while rendering. So I use the GPU compute, and then now to render, just click on this button. Yeah, rendering may take a while for you. If you've got a kind of a bad graphics card, it may take a while. But anyway, guys, I will see you there once the render is finished. Alright, so rendering has just finished, and this is what the final result looks like. As you can see, the denoising did actually a pretty good job. You know, not a lot of these really unnecessary dots in the character. Yes, I didn't realize that my render is being powered by my CPU. That is probably something that I might need to sort out something very soon. So this is your character so far. You need to save this image now by going to Save As. I'm going to use my GFXs and like put your image in a place that you will remember. I put this in my rendered GFX, and I put it into some random image there. And then this is like our image done, like the rendering done. But it's not done yet because you still need to go for the image editing. Okay, for my image editor, I prefer to use Paint.net because it is actually quite easy to use, and it's also free as well, and which makes it even more better. Which makes it even more good. So we open up Paint.net. If you can't get Paint.net, you probably need to download it by going into get Paint.net. The link will be in the description down below. Make sure it matches your system requirements and stuff. And yeah, so you need to actually make a dimensions for the thumbnail. So the dimensions is you need to click on New or Control N, File, New, and then you type in 1280 by 720 pixels. So make sure this is what it looks like, and then you click OK. Just add another layer and get rid of this background. Now what we really need to do is that we need to get an image of Roblox. So let's just get into Roblox right now. So if you need to do like some kind of if you need to do some making of like playing random games or playing with people, you can get the best thing I would do is like go into your Roblox browser, and then what you can do is that you can press print screen on your keyboard by pressing the Windows key and the print screen key at the same time. So I'll do that now, and then that means that my screen has been it's gonna capture everything that it sees on the screen, and then Control V, paste it on. Keep the canvas size, because otherwise if you change it, then your screen will also the canvas will also change, and it won't match the requirements for YouTube thumbnails. Alright, so just size that, and then to rotate, actually, yeah, you need to put your like cursor out a little bit outside the box of the image, and then just size that a bit bigger. Make sure that your taskbar in your browser does not get seen in the process. Alright, just scale that down a bit. And I'm pretty sure this is like quite good so far. So now what we need to do is just click escape on your keyboard, and then we need to actually blur this a bit so it looks more cool. by clicking blurs, Gaussian blur, and then just put it to your desired looking. Too blurred doesn't look good, so I prefer going for number 14. I say 14 is pretty much fine. Alright, so now that is done, we need to actually get our character in. So I'm going to go back to the place where I actually kept my character, rendered images, and we go to wave, because this is why I say it. And then we add the layer. Oh wait, no, the problem about adding a layer is that it's going to automatically resize your canvas. So you're going to put it in and open the image, and then now you get your character here. Now you gotta make sure you click this box up here, the rectangle select, and then you just select nearly every aspect of your character, and then click Control C in your keyboard at the same time, and then add a new layer, Control V in your keyboard, and then keep the canvas size, and then now you need to drag it in, and until it fits perfectly. And I'd say about this probably fits perfectly. Yep, I think this is fine. Okay, so now what you need to do is that you need to outline this image so that looks better. Alright, so you need like a pin.net plugin for this one. I'll put it in the description. So you need outline object. So you click on that one, and then just make that white, and then make it a little bit wider. I'd say about 3, depending on your size. I'm not sure. Right, and this is a pretty much good one for me, so I'll just save that now. And then now we need to add a drop shadow. Again, this is going to be in the plugin, link in the description again. And then we just gotta add it and make sure like it gives that kind of black tone, like it's kind of like paper in like an image, you know. Looks really cool, by the way. It's really cool. Alright, so now we have everything here. Now I have a really good idea, like, you know, getting one of these games and then putting it in. So I'm gonna print screen again. Just Windows key and print screen. And then wait, hold on, no, let me just move it out of the way because my cursor's blocking it. There we are. I print screen that again, and then we can just click plus, Control V, keep canvas size, and instead of taking the entire image, why not we just size this bigger. And then I'm gonna use Arsenal this time because Arsenal looks amazing. I'm gonna use Arsenal for this one. I like Arsenal. It's quite a good game, really. Size that down, make sure it fills everything. Make sure other games are overlapping as well, because otherwise that will not work. You Control C, and then you delete this entire image, and then you add another layer. Control V, and then now you have your image, or whatever game it is. Right, so I have Arsenal here. I'm gonna put it like up here a bit, just maybe size it a bit bigger. Who knows? It's your choice. Size it a bit bigger. Object, outline object, and then wait, no, let me just close this. So you got objects, outline objects, and then that's it. And then now you have to add the drop shadow because it looks much better that way. Yeah, that looks pretty much cool. There we are. And then now I prefer like two. I prefer like 2 of them because I like 2 is better than 1. So let's pick Tower of Hell. Tower of Hell. Who doesn't like Tower of Hell? Sometimes they have a bit of a toxic community, but it doesn't really matter. Like, print screen again. Windows print screen. And then we just go back into our image, and then we Control V and keep the canvas size, and then just make it big enough, and then just look for your tower game. So I'm using Tower of Hell this time. So get your rectangle select, and then just size that, and then just try and get that image size. There we are. That's a good one. And then Control C on your keyboard again, and then delete that layer. And then just Control V, and there you have your Tower of Hell. So just rotate that a little bit because it looks better. You know, maybe size that a bit bigger. I prefer 2 because 2's like the maximum size for me. If you want to go 3, go ahead, but you'll have to make these smaller. And then just put 1 there, but just move that up. Alright, now we got the Tower of Hell here, and we can just object, outline object. There we are. There we have drop shadow. That's it. And that's pretty much it. Now all we need to do is to add the text, and then now for text I prefer the Brady Bunch Remastered, this one, because it's actually a really good text and it actually goes quite well with the kind of topic it's going for. The link to download the font will be on the description. And now I'm going to select 2 colors, and so this is yellow and blue, so let's go for yellow and blue this time actually. yellow, blue. I think that matches it. Yeah, that absolutely does. And besides the text, your preferences. And then we're going to be calling this Roblox gameplay. And then you're gonna have to put live. I'm gonna put live in there, but I have to edit this text first. So you're gonna use your magic wand. Make sure your tolerance is really good, so you can get actually every single pixel of this text. Just increase the tolerance, then that's pretty much good enough. And then we click this gradient select shortcut G, and then just hold Shift while pressing on the left mouse button, and then you just drag it along here, right here. And then now you can deselect that one because yeah. And then now what you need to, oh wait, hold on, I may have made a mistake depending on the layers. I'm gonna get rid of this text. So we need to make it on a new layer. So let me just put that again. Roblox, no, it has to be capitals because it looks better capitals. Roblox gameplay. There we are. Type that down. Just move it a little bit. And then now we can. You have to leave space up there. I'm not gonna put it entirely up there because I'm gonna put some outline. You know, outline looks good. You know, outline is completely optional if you really want it or you don't really want it. Optional. You know. Alright, so you're gonna gradient that again, and then just there we are, and then just select that. Make sure the tolerance is good enough. Make sure it doesn't completely look like that. Just that's a good enough tolerance because it captures every single pixel. And then just add a new layer. While doing so, do not deselect it straight away. Shift and then right, and then if you're the black color is on your primary, left click. If it's on the secondary, right click. So it's more of a secondary, so right click. Right, so now it has a look like this. Don't worry, your text is not going to look like this. It's not going to block the thumbnail. So you need to drop shadow. Make sure you just, depending on your size, you may need to adjust this. So mine might be a little bit too big, so I'm gonna change the blur radius and the winding radius. That looks good enough. And then now we can get a magic wand and then just select that and then just scroll that, make that tolerance done. And then now we can just delete that. Now this is the interesting part because you need to double click this and make sure it is an overlay. Has to be overlay, otherwise it will not look good. For example, if you use normal, you just look like that. Multiply, you can't really see it on multiply. Additive, still really white. Color burn, it also removes the color as well. Color dodge, white. Reflect, just white. Glow, still white. Difference, it looks really weird. Negation, nothing that, it's still really weird. Lighten, it's still really bright. Darken, you can't really see it. And the screen, still really white, and then saw. Well, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and it looks like that. So I suggest you go for overlay because it looks actually much cooler than that than the rest. So we got overlay now. Now we need to add just merge this layer down. Right click this button right here. Merge layer down. Just press that, and then there we go. Now we gotta select the bottom of this part. You know, for another epic touch. Make it bigger actually because this is looks too small. A bit bigger actually. There you go. That's better. I just select that, and then human saturation, bring it down. So I'd say about -6, and okay, darkness as well. And then there we are, and then that's the not done yet. We still gotta make the more shadow, you know, like epic. Some put thing. I'm not sure. So we gotta go for the move selected pixels. Bring that down a little bit. Bring that down, and then we can just adjustments, human saturation, and then -12. That looks perfect now. Wait, we're not done yet. We still gotta make the drop shadow and the outline because it looks much better than that. Just gotta turn that width down because it looks much better like that. And then we add our drop shadow, which makes it enhance the look of that text. And that's our pretty much text on. Looks really good and amazing. And then now we got an idea. We have to put like the live text, like, you know, live. Live is the most important one, telling us that the stream is live. We get to type that out just to make it look emphasized. So which is red. I'm going to use red and yellow this time. So I'm going to put live. There we are. Now I'm going to put it here. I'm not sure about here because there's not a lot of space left. So I'm putting somewhere like, put it in like a good position. I'd say like around here. Like, for myself, yeah, it's quite good. You may put it in another place because you might find it good somewhere else. So just select that and then turn up the tolerance. Use your gradient tool again and then just swipe that across. And then we have a good gradient. But wait, we're not done yet. Obviously we're not done yet. So now we still got to make the drop shadow. I mean, a little dark shadow. And just select that bit. And then we just hue and saturation. Wait, oh wait, no, we forgot something. We should not move on to the part yet. We need to select the outer layer, outer parts, and layer. Select it to your black color. And then this is my primary one, so I'm going to use the left click this time. Shift, left click. So now that is put as the kind of black color. And then I want to use drop shadow because I need to. That's better. Make it look white so that when you're going to need to remove this, the drop shadow is also going to get removed as well. It's quite annoying as well. Right, now we just got rid of that black background and then use overlay because that is what we need to use. So I click OK. We're using overlay now, and then now we need to add the drop shadow. So let me just merge this layer down first, and then now we need to make that area darker because we need to make that darker. You know, it looks more enhances that look. Then just make that -6 because that looks better, and then we click OK, and then that's better. And then now we need to duplicate this because you know it looks boring like that. It looks just like that plain look. It looks really bad. Alright, now we just click on this. Select pixels, and then we move this down a little bit more so that we can it actually looks good. But it doesn't look good yet because we need to actually darken this a bit more. So -12, I say. And then now, so that is now -12, and then now we can be able to merge this layer down, and then now we can. Wait, no, don't equip that actually, just remove that. And now we can use the outline object, and then that way this is actually fine, to be honest. And then now we need to add the drop shadow, and just make that darker a bit, and then that's pretty much it. Now, we need to do the last part now, which is adding the outline. Now, the outline is actually my most favourite part of making the thumbnail. So now, I'm just gonna get your rectangle select tool, and then just select across the thumbnail. There we are, and then make sure it's colored white because if it's colored like another color, it's not gonna look good. So I prefer like a nice white color, and then see how this this border takes up like the top, and see how the text is like down there. This is why we need to save some space for that to be placed down, and then now we need to copy and paste it. Make sure that is done properly, and then now we need to bring this down a bit. Rotate it 90 degrees. Just make sure that is absolutely precise. I'm gonna make that a little bit there. I say 90.01. Let me just make it 90 actually, because I need to make this like absolutely perfect. There you are. That's 90 degrees now, so we can add this to the. You need to add this to the side of the thumbnail. It could be any side. You can start with anyone actually. So I'm gonna put this in this side first because I like to leave it in that side actually. So now what we need to do is that we need to duplicate this, because if you copy and paste it, I'm gonna show you what happens. Copy and paste. Hold on. Hold on, give me a sec. So if you remove this one and then you copy and paste it, what's gonna happen is that it's not gonna show like these top ones. But instead, it's just gonna make like a invisible kind of barrier thing, and then now we don't need that. So now we need to duplicate the layer, and then just click that, and then just make sure that is 180 degrees. Just make precision 180 degrees. That's it. And then now we need to merge this together. Then by double clicking it, we click overlay. And then just turn down your opacity a bit, and then, but wait, we're almost done. Just the last part left is that we need to drop shadow this. There we are, and then now this is actually looking perfect. This is the thumbnail that we need, and this is what it should look like. So now we click File, Save As, and then just go down. Make sure it's PNG, otherwise it won't be an actual file. I want to call this GFX28 because it includes Blender. and then we click save. Make sure it is auto detect or 32-bit auto detect. Okay, flatten the image, and that is our image done. So let me just put up the closer look in the my video. Alright, so as you can see here, this is the actual final image, and it actually looks quite beautiful, and it's amazing as well, because I actually kind of enjoy making these kind of things as well. And also I have the necessary add-ons for the image as well, so that's why it looks quite good. So now we're going to be moving on to the next part of the video, which is making the thumbnail, but using third-party games. Let's do this. So this is the second part now, where we actually get the screenshot of the game. I'm using a PC building simulator here because it's absolutely amazing game. It's my personal favorite as well. So I'm going to be using PC building simulator here. So I'm going to go to one of my game PC that I made. This might be my brother's game PC, but who really cares? So we're going to click to work on this PC. Now this is what we should be. This is what I'm going to be doing, taking a screenshot of this game PC. So what I need to do is that I need to hide this UI. In some games you might be able to hide your UI, like some kind of setting. This is like the previews if you want to make any screenshots or anything. Now, if you want to make it, you're gonna move your cursor out of the way and then do Windows print screen. That will allow us to take a screenshot of the game, and then now that's done, you can just exit the game because we're no longer going to use this game, and yeah. Alright guys, so I'm using paint.net once again. This is a 1280 by 720 image again. So I have it all preset already. So I need to press the plus button, remove this white background, and then now we need to Control V, which gets our image. Keep the canvas size because that's very important. If you don't keep the canvas size, it's gonna mess it up really badly, and yeah, you have to delete it again and then try it again, basically. Right, so this is the image of our gaming PC right now from PC Building Simulator. So what we really need to do is that we need to get the logo of the game. So we need to get PC Building Simulator logo. Simulator logo. It really tells the viewers what kind of game you are playing, and it's pretty good as well. So here we are, this is the one. We copy the image, and then we go back to paint.net, and then add layer, Control V, keep the canvas size, and then we size it down to our desired size, so like here. That's it. And depending on where it could be, where it is, it's probably going to be looking quite dark, so you need to outline the objects. I'm going to use this outline object again. Just turn that down a bit, and then that's pretty much it. So now, once that's done, you're just going to move that away because the outline's going to be there. That's it. And then we need to put our outline in. Just gonna get the rectangle select, rectangle select, and just move that there. Make sure it's big enough and small. Make sure it's small enough. Too big, it's gonna look really weird and stuff. I used to make that mistake as well. Control V, and then just rotate at 90 degrees. Just 90 degrees Celsius. I mean, not 90 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees rotation. Now we're just gonna move that. Oh wait, no, not that. Don't make it small. Old. And that's pretty much it. And now we're gonna duplicate that thing, and then now we rotate it 180 degrees because we need to make sure that it's perfectly intact, and it is already intact. So now this is completely rotated 180 degrees, not Celsius. And then you merge the layer down, and then now double click on the layer, overlay, and then just turn down the opacity because it might be too bright. And then there we are. Object, drop shadow, and then just keep that shadow down. Okay, and then now that is our image done. But this is completely optional because it makes your image look much better. I tend to add another layer. Make sure you use shapes. Use the right angle triangle. Make sure that's completely filled, and then I use black. There we are, and then I just make it look like right angle triangle. So I'm gonna use 240 by 240. Give me a sec. There we are. That's 240 by 240. You can put it either here, rotate that, make sure it looks different. Put it here, up here, or up here. Can't put it where your logo is, otherwise it's just gonna completely ruin the thumbnail. Alright, so I'm gonna rotate my right angle triangle and make it look here. Oh gosh. Right, never mind. Now we're gonna rotate that a bit, 90 degrees. Here we are, 90 degrees, and you just put that down there in the corner. Make sure you zoom in so that you get a precise view of pixels. You know, we don't want to leave any pixels behind. And then, since I'm ZachyBlox, I have another logo, which is my documents, GFX, render GFXs, image, and then just add the layer. Now, adding layer is I thought it was actually gonna work, but that's why I just slowed down for a bit. So we need to actually open the image, use the border selector, and just copy that image. Control C, add another layer. Control V, keep the canvas size. And just size that down a bit, and then we can just change that color. Make the lightness absolutely 100. And just size that down so that it can fit in that right angle triangle. Just gonna move it there, and just deselect that one, and then that's pretty much done. Just gonna do some final adjustments there to that PC Building Simulator logo because it looks like it's been pressed together. Just gonna spread that out a little bit. That looks perfect. And then now we are ready to publish this. So now I just click File, Save As, and then PNG. I'm gonna put this on my documents, non-Roblox thumbnails, because this is not a Roblox thumbnail. I'm gonna replace this PCBS stream because it's for my ZacPlays 2 channel, and we're really not gonna be using ZacPlays 2 anymore because we just changed our name to ZachyBlox. So let's replace this one, and then yeah, just okay. And then just make sure that this is 32-bit, okay? So if it's 1-bit, then it'll look like it's something from the 1950s, maybe like some kind of old newspaper or something. So 32-bit, make sure it's that. And then now we can click OK, flatten the image, and then that is our thumbnail done. You put it in whatever your YouTube channel or video, and then so you can have. Let's have a closer look at our video in the video editor. Alright, so this is the closer view of the actual image itself. It also looks quite good as well, you know, quite beautiful. Especially from the game image, because it can actually tell people that this is going to be what it's going to look like in game, and this is what makes it so useful as well. So this thumbnail also looks quite good as well. It's amazing, and also this is actually really good as well, especially if you're playing another game apart from Roblox. So I'd really suggest you use this method. Alright, so for the next one, we're going to be using one for like a Roblox game, and it could be I'm going to be showing you. So there's two ways to do this one. One of them is a blender render one. It's gonna be quite hard to get like the what's it called, the characters models, especially if it's like another type of character game. If it's not like some kind of R6 or R15 R-throw kind of that, it's gonna be quite hard. So the one I'd really suggest to go for is to take a screenshot of the game, the Roblox game actually. An actually good image of the Roblox game. So yes, we will be getting right onto this next solution. So for this one, you're gonna need to screenshot the game image. You can make a blender render, but I prefer screenshotting images. Making blender renders is actually a bit hard as well, and so I prefer like the more simpler action than doing this. So I'm gonna I prefer Poly Battles because it's actually a quite good game in my opinion. It's quite a good one, and also I can try and get a scenic view that it can. So I need to climb up one of these mountains. So if you can, try and get like some kind of scenic view of your game, something like that. It will be like really good if you do. So then we're gonna go to a good area, just do a screenshot of this game, and then there we are. Wait, make sure we don't die otherwise. Make sure we don't die otherwise I'm gonna get killed from there. So gonna move away. This is a good area. And then I got shot. Really sad. So now we're gonna respawn. Like I just got killed like trying to film a video. So we're gonna go to A this time. Maybe A might give us a better resolution. As in resolution, I mean like as in ending or something. So So I'm gonna run all the way and being shot last time. So I'm gonna go back now. Gotta make sure. I gotta film a video today. I'm not gonna get killed. I need to film a video. Being shot. So I'm gonna make this fast. Gotta find a good position real quick. Alright, find a good position. I'd say this is a good, actually quite good one actually. So just put my RPG out there and then press Windows, print screen, and then there we are. That's our screenshot taken. You can leave the game now. There's really no need for you to stay in the game, or unless if you want to play a little bit, then it's fine. You can play the game. Alright, but so we can leave now. It doesn't have to be poly battles as well. I need to make this as a clear notice. It doesn't have to be poly battles as well. It can be any game. Just get a scenic view of the game that you're playing, and then just Windows key plus Windows key and print screen the image, and then you can just put it in Paint.net. Alright, I'm gonna meet you back in Paint.net. Alright, so now I have everything set up again in Paint.net. 1280 by 720 canvas. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how to do that. If you don't, just click New 1280 by 720 and then just click OK. So now we have our 1280 by 720 canvas. Just delete this background here, and then delete this background, not the layer. Delete the background, and Control V, and then we got our image, and then you gotta size that down. But in the game, in Roblox, you pretty much can't hide the UI unless you have developer permission. So what you really need to do is that you need to actually get rid of these get rid of these kind of things. So I still got like these C, B, gotta get rid of these blue bits. So I'm actually gonna try and get rid of these as well. If it's already gone for you, then that's absolutely fine. You don't need to do anything else. But I'm gonna need to get rid of these as well. So I'll meet you once I get rid of these things. Alright guys, I am back after finishing the removing things on the thumbnail. As you can see, it almost looks as if everything is just removed, but without actually doing the editing bit. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the part where we actually start editing the image. So first of all, we need to get the logo of the Roblox game, which is Poly Battle. Give me a sec. Poly Battle Roblox. Right, so apparently there is no logo here. Depending on your game, there might actually be a logo. So there is no logo here, so we have to improvise by actually copying the image, add a layer, paste the image. Then what we can do is that we can make this a bit bigger, and then just get like the rectangle select. So just add a new let me just add a new layer, and then just perfectly just trying to line that up. Hold on. Trying to line this up. This may take like some kind of trial and error. You can line up like that. There you are. Yeah, we can line up like that. Click delete on that one. I'll give you a sec. Just need to rotate a bit more. So this thing does require a lot of like time and the trial and error basically. So we need to actually get rid of all the images that's around the logo. So just there we are, and then now we need to get one more image which contains the top part, because we actually forgot to do that. And we still need to do that thing, right? Alright. There we are. And then we just get this one thing here, and then we just do a good enough size. There we are, that's it. That's it. And then now we can actually get rid of the rest of that. So I'm just gonna get a 1200 brush, and look at that, everything just comes off like really smoothly. So that is our pretty much logo done. And then now we actually need to size this down a little bit, depending on what you think, guys. I'm gonna size it down a bit. This looks a bit too big to me. Just put it down for a sec, and that's pretty much good enough, to be honest. So that's the Poly Battle logo there. And then now what I really need is a Roblox logo to tell people that this game is in Roblox. Because, you know, if you don't have Roblox, then it's not going to be a Roblox game. People might think it's Roblox, you know. Roblox logo. That's it. So you got this beautiful Roblox logo here. Look for the one with the square behind. This one here. So we copy the image now. Add layer, Control V, and then there's our Roblox logo. So now we need to actually add in some outline. So just object, outline, object. Wait, hold on. Make sure that you deselect this first, because if it's selected, and everything in the box will be outlined, and yeah, you can't outline it even further. So I tend to deselect it and then do the outlining process. So I decided to make it look big at first, because I'm gonna actually size this down a bit. Yeah, no, and you just bring that down a bit. Just bring that. Make that Roblox logo a bit bigger. There we go. That's better. Oh, I really forgot something. Alright, I need to add drop shadow to this one. Here we are. Just increase. I think that looks fine already. Let me try it with this one actually. The Roblox logo now actually. Let's drop shadow. Here we are, and that's it. Excuse me, my voice is just starting to break a little bit because I've been talking too much. Alright, so now we need to actually start adding the outline, because this is my favourite part, like I said, in the PC building one. Outline is actually quite good, actually. It makes the image stand out like a lot more. Excuse me, there you are. Just Control C, and V. And then now we need to actually rotate this a bit. And then just rotate this a bit more. 90 degrees. Sorry about that, guys. My voice is actually starting to crack. But yeah, 90 degrees that we are looking for. Here we are, 90. There we are. This is what we're aiming for. And you just bring that across. And then that's better. Now we need to duplicate the we need to duplicate this and then just rotate a bit. And then that is 180. That's enough. Alright, so this is 180 degrees. Just gonna merge that together, double click it, layers 4, and then overlay. Just turn down the opacity, otherwise it might be a bit too much, and it will be too much of a brightness, you know, because this is made with like a white color, you know. So now we're gonna be object, drop shadow, and then that's it. This next part is completely optional, like I said. We're going to be adding a right angle triangle. Just that's it. No, not white, black. This part is completely optional. If you have a logo, if you do not have a logo, this is optional to you. But if you do have one, I recommend you actually do this as in the cartoon logo, not like an extremely detailed logo. Otherwise, it might actually look kind of weird. Actually, I've actually tried this with the ZachyBlox one, and I'm not sure. You do you, my friends. And then now with GFX, depending where your logo is, this one right here. Open the image. Oh wait, I already had one actually. There we are. And then we just paste the image, and then just scale that down. Just change the look of it. Make sure that's completely white. Just scale that down completely. Just like too much. Just small enough for that for it to fit in there. There we are. So now it's fitting perfectly in there. And then this is basically our thumbnail done. Just gotta save this image. So PNG. So now I'm gonna save this into my Roblox thumbnails, you know. This is party battles as well. So we might actually replace this one because it looks too dark and you can't see any drop shadow. Alright, so this is our thumbnail done. This looks quite beautiful. We could actually take a closer look in the video editor, more like full screen or something. Okay, so this is the final image of the thumbnail. It looks really good as well. I recommend people actually use this trick other than the Blender one, because the Blender one is actually quite hard, especially. So you gotta really hope you know what you're doing as well. So if you want to do the Blender ones, and if you're a student player, it would be really recommended to do that as well. So other than that, it's the end of the video as well. Everything that you need to download is going to be in the description below. Once again, everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more of these kinds of videos. And then, yes, I will see you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.